YouTubes. It's been a while, huh? Get a refrigeration video going here. It's Saturday morning. I got about 3 or 4 stops to make today. I'm gonna bring you guys along, and this first stop, they got a 1-door reach-in that's warm. They got a prep table that I think has a plugged up condensate, and another prep table she doesn't think is keeping up on the temperature. So let's get out here and take a look, and we'll see how we make out this morning.
Yeah, he's a super tech. Gets his jobs done before 4. He's a super tech. Never calls text.
So yeah, I had been filming a bunch. I took my little motorcycle trip out to Arizona, and then the camera sensor in the iPhone 11 Pro puked. It's been a common occurrence on the iPhone 11 Pros. There's a bunch of people, when I looked online, had been having that issue and having to send their phones back in for a warranty repair. Good news is Apple, I sent the phone off. I got the original phone back repaired. They put a new camera sensor and a new battery in. It only took about 3 days turnaround time. It wasn't bad. So, not too shabby, not too shabby. Look at this, here comes the future. Empty, empty, empty. Gonna see a lot of that. Crazy. Okay, so this is a 2-sided Evaporator. This used to be a freezer and a fridge. We converted this one into a fridge. You can see I put the old Inkbird thermostat in there with the relay back in the day on this side. This side's at 52. It says the fans are running and the compressor's running. 52. It's an old Evaporator fridge. Evaporator fans are working. Do you have a door switch? Coil's not iced up. Let me grab my ladder and jump up there. So I got my ladder, but this is the state of restaurants in California right now, if you guys were curious. This table here is for the staff, and they can get all the orders set up, because it's all, they're just doing to-goes, and all the tables are packed. We are reopened for 25% of seating, but as you'll see, most of the restaurants aren't going for it. They're just going to keep it to go, and I hope they make it, man. That's what it's come down to. But let's get on this little Evaporator. Sort of 52, 54 degrees. We got condenser fan. Compressor's hot. Hard to tell if it's pumping or not. It's probably going to be low on charge, I'd imagine. Or plug cap tube. You can see this one has no fitting, so I'll have to grab a bullet valve just to get on there. See what it's doing. So let's take that move and see where we're at. So a little bit of heat. What I'm feeling for is heat on the discharge line. There's a little bit of heat there. You can see an ice up where the cap tube is, and that's usually a sign that we're low on charge. So let's see what we got going here. We'll use these bullet valves for diagnostics, and they're good to have also if you work on the R290 systems. The trick is you don't want to leave them on there permanently, is what I was always taught. You might have good luck with them, that's fine, but I'll use it for the diagnostics so we can get we can see what's going on with this system here. Good fit. Work them around, then I'll go in for the big reefer. Got it on there good and tight. I was just always taught not to leave these on permanently, but you do what you do and I'll do what I do and we'll all be happy. How does that sound? Oh, it's getting on there pretty tight. We'll go get the gauges and we'll gauge up on her. Back so it makes it easy to get on. Let's go grab a gauge. Okay, I got my gauge on it. You can see with the static pressure, we're going to be low on charge. Pretty sure this is a 404A system. And let's see here. We can take a look inside here. Oh. 134A, or let's see, what does it say? Refrigerant 134A or 404A. All right, so the fridge is using 134A. I don't know why they wouldn't use the same gas on both. The freezer side was a 404A. The 134A is on the refrigerator side. 13.05 ounces, 134A. So let's think about this for a minute. So 134A. I was thinking it was 404. Close. Might be close on charge after all. Let's see it. I know I got a power switch. Okay, I got the unit to restart. Just went through its time delay. We'll let it pull down and settle down. Yeah, it's looking like we're low on charge. See our suction line going down, or we might have a plug cap tube. We'll see. We'll see how far down this goes. It's getting down there. So we could do is we could grab a little bit of gas, give it a couple squirts, and see if our suction pressure comes up and rides. That'll let us know we were low on charge. If not, keeps going in a vacuum, then we probably got a plugged cap tube. There is no high side tap here to check right now, so I think we'll start right there. All right, I got that. I got her purged out a little bit. It's gonna add vapor. These systems don't hold a lot of gas. So I'll just give it a few squirts, see how she comes around here. You usually get about an 18-pound suction for 134A, gives you a 20-degree evaporator, and you're in the ballpark. Let's see what's happening here. Happy yet. Let's see. Getting closer. Takes a while vapor charging. Oh, getting there. Getting there. All right, I added some gas. It's 16 on the suction. Getting really close here. Our temperature, we'll see what temperature will come around. Yeah, it looks like we might be getting in the leak check mode. All right, temp's coming down. So we were low on charge. I got the H10 warming up. The longer you let it warm up, the more sensitive it gets. Get that heater good and hot. And then we'll do some preliminary leak checking. Your heater's under here. Let your heater get really nice and hot. I always like to check it in medium and manual. And I'll just get a decent little tick going. Sometimes I'll go between red and green. It'll still pick it up if you're in red. Yeah, let's go do some sniffing. Yeah, I wanted to check my bullet valve. Not really picking up anything out here. I'll rip that evap apart here in just a sec. Trying to see if that's some oil over there. Oil stains. I'll check that part of the evap. See if we can pick anything up. Ooh, a little speed, the tick speeded up a little bit. Hear that? She sped up. See, she's slowing down. Gotta. That's how a H10 works. It's not like a little handheld where it's just gonna go if it's you know, if it sees a leak, it's gonna go. If it gets a bunch of it, but you get a little bit of it, and the tick speeds up. When you get used to using these, this is what happens. See, it's starting to speed up. Right there. You get that? The width? Like definitely, it's the evaporator is where the leak action's going down. This is a ever rest. But that's how these things will react. And then that's where that leak is. You know, it's probably a really small leak, but it, you know, that's how you get it. It'll speed up. And it's in the back there on the evap. All right, that one there, we got to get a price for evaporator coil. So that's where that one's leaking. My next victim, I got it pulled out here, is this makeup table, and they were saying it was condensating a bunch. So you go right to the basics. Check. Yeah. Pluggo, buggo, and a receipt, bonus receipt. Okay. It's a good place to start. Oh, mamma mia. The basics. Let me go get my coil cleaner and my pump sprayer and get that thing cleaned up good. Hey, I heard you do your best work on your knees. Let that coil cleaner soak in. And then water only. Now, it's true, I only put water in my pump sprayer. And I have to ride it on there for all the hippies out here. Well, before COVID. Oh my God. Ree, what are you putting in on my unit? What's going down the drain? And that's how it would go. So I had to write water only on there to, you know, let everybody know that this coil cleaner I use is water-based and it's safe. We're not going to kill any fish, which I totally believe in too, by the way. I want to be a good steward to the environment myself. But until people know you, they don't know what you're putting down the drain or what you're doing. So that's why that's on there. I've had guys ask me why I don't blow the coils out with nitrogen. I bought a case of muffins one time by nuking out the kitchen with the dust. After you get it wet or you put a wet rag behind it, you can nuke it out with nitrogen real good and get them cleaned up pretty good. Oh, pretty dirty. Bonus. That's just going to end up in my coil. That one too. All right, let's take this cover off right here and see what the condensate drain looks like. Get a look at that. All right, looks like the condensate drain on here looks like it's doing pretty good. Give it a double check out. She's draining. I'll pull the tube off and take a look. Yeah, she looks pretty good. And this one. Let's see how the next door neighbor looks here. Let's see. Yeah, she got some pluggage. Buggage. Let's get her cleaned up. Next job. This one is a H.V.A.C. H.V.A.C, a TOSA. It's all about the same. Let's see what this one has a mechanical thermostat or not. Yeah. This one looks like it's got a mechanical thermostat. That's cool. Try and see what refrigerant we're running here. Alright, this one's 134A. It's got a defrost timer, mechanical thermostat. I just plugged it back in. It's running ice cold. I'd say no gas in it. Yeah, they do use the condensate fan for condensate heater loop. So let me see how that's looking. I gotta get my flashlight here out of the tip over. All right, so I got my flashlight going. Hey, remember the video my last video I just posted riding the motorcycle talking about leak checking. And I talked about using your eyes. Look in the back there on that pin. Leaking. Bubbling right out of there. See that? Boom. Alright, I pulled the pan out. That's where the leak was. Right there. Water wins every battle. We'll cut our loop out, make a new loop, and then our dryer. All right, the discharge condensate loop leak is very common. There's the pan. You don't have to get super rocket science. You know, it's a novel idea. They put some heat shrink on there for it, but it didn't add any life to it. You can see it still died. Very common. I'll just roll out some copper, bend it up in here and out, and then get a couple couplings on there. I might even swedge it. We'll see. All right, I got all my components changed out. Access fitting, dryer. Now pressure testing. And checking all my stuff with soap bubbles. And then we can get a vacuum and a recharge. All right, we just got done with that call. I gotta go. I got the last one for Saturday morning is a water pump on a H.V.A.C. Here's failed, so we gotta change this water pump out. And we'll get into that. I'm gonna take the float switch out of the way. Ooh, yeah. See, now I had drained this the other day, so someone came over here and tried to turn it back on. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. It doesn't really have iron ore in it, it's just like a permastain. Ooh, it's clean. I had cleaned this the other day and the tube going through it. Ooh, don't drop the soap. Okay, do you know how many times I've come out where someone's tried to change the water pump themselves and had these tubes backwards? That one's always a good one. There's really not much to changing out these water pumps. I've already taken the mounting screw off of the plate right here. There's a screw that goes in the bottom there through the motor plate. And I got it parked in there. Here, watch, I'll pull it out of here. The other day when I found the pump bed. All right, let's get her apart.